Hello, hello.
Hi, CP. Yeah, I'm with the Muslim. So you could like maybe I was telling him about how the Hadith says that Jesus is going to come back to judge, and then I
Mhm.
was also talking about how um what were we talking about just now?
Is he with you now?
Yeah, he stepped out of the room for a second, but my phone's on 1%, or else I'll take it with me. What
Yeah,
else?
your voice is cutting. If you can give him the phone, let him talk to me.
No,
Let's see.
he picked up. He picked up. I mean, Ramadan. He picked up. Pull up. So he's here now.
All right.
Yeah, so I don't think I heard the part about Jesus coming back and making judgment on people.
All right. But what do you think? Who is going to be the judge? Who is the
Allah?
okay? The judge is Allah. Like the judge who do perfect judgment. Is there any person or only Allah?
Only Allah on the day of judgment.
But why you are saying only Allah? Like I cannot be the judge, me myself.
No. I mean, you can make a judgment if you want, but only Allah can truly judge you.
No, I mean I cannot be a perfect judge. Like justice, just only God can be. Only Allah.
Yeah, only Allah. I mean, like I said, if you want to make a judgment, you can, but the only person who could make a valid judgment on you
All
is
right.
Allah.
So why the hadith says, your prophet says, that the Messiah will come in the day of judgment and he will be an absolute justice. He will judge and he's absolute. He's an
So
absolute.
you're saying he's judging people directly
Yeah.
and deciding if they go to heaven or hell.
It doesn't say it says absolute just and justice judge. Do you see my screen?
But
Do you see my
he's deciding if they go
oh,
to heaven or hell. He's making the judgment.
no, it doesn't say in the hadith who will go to heaven, who will go to hell. But
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Only Allah
no,
judge you and
but a second ago I
what
said, can I be a judge? I'm not talking about being judged in the judgment day, but can I be a just judge? There's no just human being, correct? Because a human being cannot be just because he's judged by his
it
knowledge.
sounds like you're saying if you can pass judgment. I mean, technically, yeah, anyone can pass judgment, but does your judgment determine who goes to heaven or hell? No.
No. Let us say a human being, when he judge, he have to judge by his knowledge, correct?
Which is part of the reason why I'm saying you can't make a proper judgment. Only Allah knows
Thank you.
and knows all.
See,
So only He can make a proper
we
judgment.
are getting closer now. So according to the hadith, you can see my screen right now. It says that the only one who will be doing a perfect justice as a judge is Jesus. You just said a human being cannot make a proper justice. And I agree with you because I am limited in knowledge. I have to go by what people say. If there is somebody have two witnesses, witness other against someone else, I have no choice except to take what they say. But they might be both lying. But that cannot work with God because God, He knew what they did and they cannot hide the truth. So when you're a prophet, He says that the Messiah will come in the day of judgment and He will be an absolute judge and justice. How you explain that to me?
I'm not seeing that. Where did He say that? On the day of judgment, you stand in front of Allah, and you answer for all you answer for all your sins, and then He passes judgment based off of your sins and your good deeds,
All
whether
right.
or not you go to heaven or hell.
Okay. Uh, this is a hadith here about your prophet speaking about Isa. Can you read it for me? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Can you read it, please?
I'm a little fucked up. It's okay. It's okay. It says, the hour will not begin until Isa bin Myram comes down as a just judge and just ruler. He will break the cross kill the pigs and abolish the jizya, and wealth will become so abundant that no one will accept it.
All right. So is he a just judge or he is not?
I'm not really sure what my friend said, but what I was trying to explain to him is that the person who judges you on the day of judgment to determine whether you go to heaven or hell is Allah. No one, Jesus doesn't judge you. No other prophets judge you. Allah is the one who passes that judgment on that day.
So Jesus,
Is
so Jesus will be judging what then, and why he is just? You just said to me a few minutes ago that a human being cannot make a proper justice, correct? Judgment.
That's correct. So are you saying that in your teachings you did not learn, you learned something different for the
No,
day of judgment? It's not Allah judging you. You're mentioning this hadith, which I see it, but that doesn't that hadith, even if it's saying that he's being a judge, it's not saying that he's the one who's deciding on the day of judgment
all right.
whether you go to heaven or hell.
Let,
If from the Quran you learn that that's Allah who makes that judgment on at the end. No one else can make that judgment.
I will go with you. The nature of a human being that he do mistakes and he do sin. Do we agree?
Yes, but I'm so is that
So
not what you've learned it from your teachings of
yeah,
Islam
yeah, this is what
about the day?
no, but what I learned now that Jesus will be a just judge. So how he is going to be just as a judge, yet we agreed, me and you, that a human being make mistakes and do sin. I cannot be perfect judge if me myself is going to be facing judgment. Judge who is going to be judged, obviously he is not a perfect human being, and he is going to face the judgment day because himself he is going to be judged. So why Jesus in the day of judgment? This is just a sign of the day of judgment. In that day, the Messiah will be the ruler of the whole world, and he will be a just judge for the whole world. This is not about
It
just
doesn't
for
say that's not saying on the day of judgment here.
no. This is about the day of judgment. Read carefully. This is here the chapter, a chapter of trepidation of Dajjal, the emergence of Isa ibn Maryam, and the emergence of Gog and Magog. So the
No,
Messiah will,
after this, there's a separate there's a day of judgment where every human being has to go in front of Allah and they have to
no
answer for their
problem.
sins,
No, we are not
and
saying
that's where they get
that,
judged.
that is called the hour, not a day. This is the hour. So, but let us say the day is 24 hours, and Jesus he came. Let us say a month before that day you are talking about, a month, 10 years before, no problem. But we agreed that a person who is a human being, he cannot make a proper judgment because he's a human being. He make mistakes. So when we describe him as just judge, how he can do that if he is just a human being? In order for me to judge in a just, in just way, first I have to have knowledge nobody have about every person in front of me. So the Messiah will be judging every human being. Every human being. He will rule the whole world. How he can do that? It have to be
I
perfect.
mean, I'm not really familiar with that hadith, but
All right. Is your prophet
I'm
is your prophet just?
what?
Is your prophet Muhammad a just person?
Yeah, but even still, like I said, we only believe that Allah can truly pass judgment on you. Not
No,
none of
no.
we don't
I'm
even
not. I'm
believe.
not. I'm not talking about the day of judgment now. Is your prophet a just person? He just if he speak to people, he will be just with them. He will be fair.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
no.
everything you're saying, I'm sorry. I'm not sure if my friend gave you maybe a different question. The only thing I was trying to explain to him is that the only person that can decide whether you go to heaven or hell is Allah. Do you agree upon that, or you don't?
We don't believe in Allah anyway. Allah is not a God for us. We believe Allah.
Okay.
We believe Allah is a false God. But this is your prophet.
Okay.
Your prophet. He
I
keep
mean,
beating. He,
I don't think we're talking about the same religion because he doesn't, at least not the same
for
beliefs
sure,
as
for
one of
sure. We
us.
don't have the same religion. We don't believe in the same
Yeah.
thing. You know,
Yeah.
you believe in Allah. We don't believe in Allah.
Argue.
But look, the Messiah, we confirm from the Hadith that the Messiah is a just person. You're a prophet. He can't even be nice, and he beat
He's about
people.
to show you where
He
Muhammad was unjust.
he beat people unjustly. He beat them. He beat them. He harmed people. Look, Muhammad, people they come to him. He beat them. He whipped them. He cursed them. He used bad language, and then he said, people they start questioning his behavior. So he said, "Oh Allah, I am a human being, and for any person among the Muslims upon whom I hurl medication or invoke curse or give him a whipping, he is whipping people, make it a source of purity and mercy." Is that an act of justice? The hadith says no. He is saying it clearly that this act is not a just act. Read carefully the title. Do you see the title? Chapter, whoever I cursed, reviled, or prayed against by the prophet when he does not deserve that. So what Muhammad do? He is beating people, he is cursing people, he is hurting people, he is whipping them with the whip, and those people don't deserve that. So if we have Muhammad, he do that, and we have Jesus is the perfect judge, and according to Muslims, Muhammad is the most beloved person to Allah, and he is the best of mankind. So why the best of mankind? He is abusing, misusing the power is given to him supposedly by his God as a prophet to beat people, to harm people, to whip people, to curse people, to curse unjustly. In the same time,
Well,
the Messiah
what I would
is
what
a
I would
perfect
say
judge.
to that is, for one, I would have to fact check all this information. I'm not really sure the validity, but
Oh,
even if it was valid, Muhammad, if he did do these acts, he would have to answer for them on the day of judgment himself.
okay,
So
wonderful,
even if
wonderful,
he was unjust, it's not like it just goes away freely. He still has to answer for his sins.
wonderful. We are getting closer, me and you. So the Messiah will not answer for his sin because he never did sin. Muhammad, he have to answer for his sin. So who is the one you should follow? Muhammad, you said, by the way, validity, this is Sahih Muslim, this is very authentic. As you see, this is the reference. I can give you the link. You can click at them and you can save them, and you can take them to your sheikh if you case you want. You know, we don't make things up here. Anything we show you on the screen, we show you the reference, we show you the numbers, and this is your Islamic website, and this is your Islamic translation. In fact, the translation here is not accurate because here it says in Arabic, حكما مقسطا. المقسط, Muqsit is one of Allah titles. One of Allah titles is Muqsit. So how the Messiah become the Muqsit, the absolute judge and justice? How you can do that? In order to do that, you have to have the power of God, the knowledge of God, and the wisdom of God. A human being cannot do that because simply a human being do mistake. A human being is not is a sinner. As you see, Muhammad himself, he beat people unjustly. He whipped them, he cursed them, he called them names, he said filthy language to them, he harmed them. Why you want to do that if he's a prophet of God? And why the Messiah never do that? Why he's the perfect judge? And why he's coming in the day of judgment? Why not Muhammad? If Muhammad is the final prophet, then Muhammad should come back. But based on this, obviously the final one to come is Jesus, not Muhammad. And when Shaitan, according to Muhammad, the Dajjal, which is present the Shaitan, he will come claiming to be the Messiah. But by claiming to be the Messiah, he claimed to be God. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That means the Messiah must be God. Look what your prophet said about the Dajjal. He said when the Dajjal come, he is warning the Muslims about how the false Messiah looked like. He told them the following description, and but the most important said to them, if you think I told you so much about Allah, about the Dajjal, you should know that your Lord is not one-eyed. So your prophet described the false Messiah with all this description, saying that he is the Antichrist, is short, hand-toed, woolly-haired, one-eyed, and an eye sightless, neither protruding nor deep-seated. If you are confused about him, know that your Lord is not one-eyed. So who is your Lord? Who is your Lord here?
That's basically saying that the Dajjal is not our Lord. I'm not sure what you're trying to say.
The Dajjal is not your Lord, correct?
Correct. When he
Okay,
comes back, first he will try to impersonate the Messiah, and then
exactly.
he'll try to trick people into thinking that he's God.
Wonderful. But look, if he is claiming to be the Messiah, then why Muhammad saying to them you should know that he is your not your God? So he's not,
Because he'll also pretend to be God too.
huh?
Once he comes and people start seeing the stuff that he could do, he'll
No, no,
try to
no.
pretend to
He
be
is
God as
saying, no,
well.
no, he is saying, I am the Messiah. He's not saying I'm, he's saying, you said to me, he is trying to impersonate the Messiah, correct?
Well, at first it's the Messiah, and then later on he tries to
No, 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 no,
impersonate
no,
being
nowhere it
God.
says that. No, he said, I am the Messiah. That's why they call him. In fact, in Arabic, it doesn't say Antichrist. It says Al Masih Dajjal, which means the Messiah, the liar. So he will claim to be the Messiah. He's not claiming to be anyone else. So why he's afraid? Why Muhammad is afraid that the Messiah, the Muslim, they might think that he is Allah. If the Messiah is a man, and according to many Muslims, they say Allah is not a man. What is the difference between the false Messiah and Allah? There is only one thing, the eye. Muhammad described, he says, the false Messiah is short, etc. He described his hair, and then he says one eye sightless. He have two eyes. One of them he cannot see with it. Doesn't work. If you are confused about your Lord, you should know that your Lord is not one-eyed. So what is the difference between the false Messiah and Allah? One eye. Is Allah is a man or not?
You're misinterpreting it. That's not what it's saying. What it's saying is that you'll know it's him, that he's the Dajjal, because he'll only have one eye.
That's not true. Because your prophet says, if you are confused about him, know that your Lord is not one-eyed. See, if this is the,
Well,
if
like I was trying to explain to my friend Chuzi here, the interpretation makes a big difference. And, I'm not sure where you've learned the interpretation of these. That can be interpreted different ways. You're trying to interpret it to make it seem like it's a statement describing
no, no,
God,
I want you
but
to
it's
give me
actually a
the
statement
interpretation.
describing the Dajjal, saying that the Dajjal will be one-eyed. So this is what I was trying to explain. It depends on the interpretation. This is why you can't learn this from a
Give
book.
me,
This has to be
my friend.
passed down from people who have had the
Yeah,
proper teaching.
all right. Give me the interpretation for the line I'm highlighting for you. Go ahead, I'm listening. If you are confused about him who? The false Messiah, know that your Lord is not one-eyed. What is the connection? The guy he claimed to be the Messiah.
It's the way that you should interpret it is the way that you will not get fooled into believing that this is the false Messiah, or if someone claiming to be God, is because he'll have one eye. It
Thank you.
depends on in our religion, the way we believe, it depends on your faith. If you're someone who has strong faith, you'll be able to clearly see him with one eye. But if you're someone who's weak in faith, you won't really be able to see that he only has one eye.
No, you are making things up. It's not in the story now. You are adding your own things.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know where you get your interpretation
No,
from. These things have to
I
be
am saying to
properly
you,
interpreted.
I'm saying to you, it's you who's making up your interpretation. Where you are saying to me, where you get this
This
story from?
statement you have me reading, it could be interpreted multiple ways.
No, you
You're
see,
trying to
no, it
interpret
cannot,
it in
it
a
could not.
negative way.
You see, you should not, neither you, neither me, give multiple
So
way, either your
in
prophet.
our
So are you
religion,
saying to
we
me,
believe
your prophet is giving you a story of confusion?
you can't give Allah any human features. Right there alone, that's committing blasphemy against your religion
So
because Allah
so
God can't have any human
you see,
features.
Allah, to distinguish if it's not Allah or Allah, is only the physical feature. So if Allah is not a man anyway, why the Muslim will think that this is Allah? He is not a man, according to you, right? So Muhammad is
He's
saying
not a
you
man,
should
but he
know
can take it.
how
If
many
he wanted to come to you, he could come in any form. He could come in the form of a man. He
Allah
could come in a non-physical form. It,
Allah
it just depends on how you wanted to come. But
Allah.
he's not a man himself. His form is not going to be a man.
Where you get
He's above this.
where you get this stuff from that Allah can come in the form of a man? Can you show me where you get this story from?
Because he's all powerful. He can do anything that he wants.
Allah is all powerful. He can do whatever he wants. So
Correct.
I thought the Muslim they reject Allah to be a man because that means he is going to go inside his creation. So what you are saying to me now that Allah will create a man and then he will go inside the man. But I thought
No,
Islam
no, what
rejects.
I'm saying is
Uh-huh.
Allah doesn't have a physical form as you were just saying a moment ago. But if he wanted to, he could take on a physical form because he's all powerful.
Are you sure you are a Muslim?
Yes, I'm not sure where you've gotten your interpretation from.
Okay, isn't it the Quran say Allah have hands, Allah have legs, Allah have foot?
No, we don't say that. I don't know where you're getting that from.
I heard from a Muslim friend, he is a Hindu.
CP, you got to be more direct with him. You
All
just
right,
skip that part and go straight to the Quran.
let's go to the Quran. So the Quran, all of it, saying that Allah have hands, Allah have feet. Like when Allah created Adam, did Allah use his hands to create Adam, or he used something else? This is the Quran, chapter 38, verse number 75. And you are saying to me, I don't know where you are getting this from, but this is your book. I created him with my both hands. Allah have two hands.
Well, I don't think I've read that part before, but even if he said with his two hands, he's not saying that he has a body. That's not what it means.
Well, it's not up to you. You see, when somebody saying he is not saying, that is your saying. You know, you are going against the words. The word saying, I created him with my both hands. Both
As I
hands.
said, it comes down to the interpretation. From when the
Ag-
imams and everyone that I've grown up with, when they're teaching us, they explain to us that he does not have a physical form.
Are you
He's
Muslim?
not a human.
Are you a Muslim Sunni or Shia?
Sunni.
Well, every Sunni believe Allah has a physical form. So you cannot say the Imam teach us no, he don't have physical form. That's not true. Every
Maybe
Muslim
he
Sunni.
takes on a maybe it says he takes on a physical form, but that's
No, no,
different.
no,
He doesn't
no,
naturally
no
exist
Muslim.
in a
No, no,
physical
that's
form.
not true. There's no Muslim Imam will teach that a saying Allah will take a physical form. They say Allah is not even a spirit. He don't have a spirit. If he don't have physical form and he is not a spirit, so what is he? What he is?
So then why aren't you on national TV shows debating this with actual scholars that have been actually passed down?
I debate every scholar. You know they don't dare to debate me. Bring them. Where are they? Who said I don't? Who told you I don't?
It sounds like they're probably doing that because you're not making the proper interpretation. I'm
I
sorry to tell
no.
you.
You see, I'm
It's
used.
it's a big thing when we're growing up. You have to have the
My
right
friend.
interpretation.
My friend, look what you are doing. I just showed you your prophet saying Allah is not one eyed. So Allah, how many eyes he have? Two eyes. Allah have two hands. You know, you Muslims are making things up now. So you say to me the
We're
Imam
not making
saying,
things up. You have, this is what
yes.
I'm trying to explain.
Okay,
You have to have the right
can you show me
interpretation.
one Imam? Can you give me one Imam saying Allah don't have a physical form? So if Allah, let me make the question clear. According to Islam, Allah is not a spirit. According to you, He don't have a physical form. So if He is not a spirit and He don't have a physical form, so what is Allah? Nothing.
He exists above these. You can't use these type of qualities to describe him.
So if Allah He used description saying my hands, my shin, my face, my back, you say to me we cannot use it. Allah He use it. And again,
Well, like I said,
if Allah
you
don't
might
have
need
a
to
spirit,
interpret it a little bit differently than that.
you
I
see,
would say you'd really have to discuss it with like a real scholar.
yeah, the real scholars they cannot answer those questions. I'm telling you, don't feel bad about yourself, because even scholars they don't know what they are talking about, because you Muslim don't have God. You don't know who's your God. Like if I ask you right now, what the word Allah mean? What Allah mean? You don't know. You have no idea what Allah mean. Tell me.
He's basically an all-powerful, all-knowing
I,
being.
I did not ask you if you're powerful or not. I'm talking about how many voltage he is. I said, what Allah mean? You don't know. You don't know what the word mean, because this is not an Arabic word, and this is stolen from other culture, other religions. So you are taking names like
I mean,
what?
when not like a true Muslim, it would kind of be hard to understand, but ultimately, God existed before all of this. He existed before language. So
All
you
right.
can't use
No,
language or words to describe what
no,
he
my
is.
friend,
That would be,
you are
in
contra
the way that we would look at it, that would be bringing him down to a human level now. And now you're actually disrespecting God. You can't use words like that to describe him. If you don't know what God is, bro, I can't help you. But
okay.
for us, we know
You
what
see,
God
okay,
is.
you say to
It's
me,
something
you keep saying to me,
you
Allah is all powerful, right? You keep saying that. How the powerful Allah do not know how the baby is created? He's all powerful. Can't Allah go to school, elementary school, and learn? So look what your God He says about how He created the baby. Remember, you keep saying to me, that's why I have to go here, that Allah is all powerful. Okay. The all powerful Allah do not know how a little baby child is made? Chapter 23, verse number 14. What kind of God He say such a statement? That the nutfa, which means the sperm, the semen, become a piece of thick dead blood. And then the thick dead blood will become a clot, and the clot will become a lump, and then we made the little lump into flesh, bones. Is that how the baby is created? Remember,
I mean,
he's all powerful.
you're a medical skill, bro. Yeah, I mean, what do you mean? The sperm and the egg mix together, and then that develops it
Hold on.
into that grows into all of the organs, the
You see,
flesh, the bones, everything, the baby.
I like you very much. You add words to the Quran. Where is the egg? It says nutfa. Nutfa is a semen. So the semen become a dead blood, in which science says, you mentioned to me the egg, huh? But there's no egg here. So the semen become a dead blood, which science says that the semen itself will become the baby. There's no egg. In fact, your prophet, he gave us even more knowledge about that, because I know now you will give me, depend how you give it interpretation. So let's see what Muhammad says about this. You're a prophet. Who knows Islam better than Muhammad? I'm sure you agree with me. You said Muhammad, right? How many days the semen can live inside the human being, inside the woman? According to science, 5 days. You can search it. 5 days maximum. According to your prophet, a human being will be collected in the form of semen for 40 days. 40 days. Semen. This is Sahih Muslim. I can show it to you from Al-Bukhari. So when the drop of semen remain in the womb for 40 or 45 nights, a drop of semen, So your prophetic claim that the semen of the man, the woman, she will be collecting semen for 40 to 45 nights. And then that semen will become a baby. Who is the one who gave him the knowledge about this? Allah. Remember, Allah is all powerful. So the power of Allah connected to what? Connected to his knowledge, because you cannot be powerful and you are ignorant. The most important power of God is knowledge. Otherwise the cow is powerful too, but she don't have knowledge, and little gun can shoot the cow. So here,
So how are you translating this? Are you putting this in on Google Translate or?
no, this is your Muslim website. This is your Muslim website. This is Sahih Muslim, hadith
Oh,
number 264.
okay.
I'm sharing the links with you. Here we go. Let me share the link with you in Discord. You can click on it. You can share it. You can show it to your. So
It's Arabic.
uh,
It's a
Allah,
native Arabic.
Allah,
That's
He
why you gotta
taught,
act.
and this is the Arabic. You want me to read Arabic? Here we go.
What religion is he?
It says,
He's Christian, but he has a PhD in Islam.
in fact, in Arabic, it's even more funny, because in English it doesn't show really. It says here, when the drop of semen remain in the womb. That's not really what Arabic says. In Arabic it says that the angel will enter into the semen. The angel will enter into the semen. Read carefully. يدخل الملاك على النطفة بعدما تستقر في الرحم ب40 أو 45 ليلة. What kind of a prophet this prophet is? So remember, Allah is all knowledgeable. We can show you tons of stories. Allah, if Allah is all powerful, Allah is all whatever mighty. I mean, those are simple things. You do not need to be God to know them now. So this is God. When he talk wisdom. He don't talk rubbish. So if you do not know how he made the baby, that proved to us easy that he cannot be God. Very simple.
I mean, not really.
But
I mean,
so if I say to you I'm God, and then I tell you gibberish about how the baby is made, people are laughing at me. What do you mean not really? If I am God, shouldn't I know how the baby is made? Like, are you saying to me that this God, he make mistakes when he speak about how a baby is made? And you say to me, so what? Not really. Well, that cannot be. You're God. If a human being, he make a mistake, well, he's a human being, he's ignorant. I can read some words in English, I do not know how to read them, I make mistakes, people laugh at me, they say, Christian Prince don't speak in English. No problem. But I am not God. God speaks all languages. God knows all the knowledge. All knowledge is coming from God anyway. There's nothing except God knowledge. So if God do not know how a baby made, if there is anyone in the world who believe that the semen will stay in the womb for 45 nights? Semen don't live that long, 5 days maximum. What 45 nights? And then the semen will become dead blood. So the semen will grow. The semen is alive for 45. The woman, she is collecting semen. And this is the knowledge of your prophet which is given to him by Allah. How that can be from God?
I mean, I can't really answer for that, but that still doesn't prove that Allah is wrong or he's
How,
not God.
my friend, I don't know what you're saying. Look, the drop remain in the womb for 40 nights, and then it become a blood. Do you see it? This is your prophet talking, and this is authentic.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand what you're saying, but that still doesn't prove that, my God is a false God.
So
And
if your God do
I'm
not,
probably
if
a
your
lot of
God,
this stuff, I'm not really an expert. I was just trying to explain to my friend here that how the only person that could truly judge you is Allah, and He's the
all right,
one who
okay.
judges you on the day of
Let,
judgment.
let, let me ask you, is Allah just?
I mean, is he just?
Uh-huh.
I'm not really sure how to answer that. He definitely. I mean, there's suffering in the world.
No, no, I'm not talking about suffering. Suffering is normal. That's not. So if you do kill somebody, should I?
I would say yes, he's just.
By the way, CP, I was telling him how Allah has already decided everybody who's going to go to hell and who's going to go to heaven. And
Yeah,
it's not like based on your deeds or whatever. So
yeah.
predestination, all that
We
stuff.
we will go there, but according to Muhammad, in the day of
Bro, I'm
judgment.
not trying to stay talking to this man for that long.
Sorry, say again.
I'm not really trying to stay on the phone that long.
No, no. If you don't want to stay, I cannot force you, my friend. You are welcome here. You are, you know, if you like to talk, you can talk. If you don't like to talk, it's up to you. But your prophet said that in the day of judgment, the Muslims will come with sin like mountains, and then Allah will place your sin on me as a Christian. Is that just?
No, that wouldn't be just.
So your God cannot be just. Jesus is just. The hadith mentioned that. This is not just. You commit sin, I pay for it. What is that? You kill, you rape, you steal, you fornicate, and then just because you are a Muslim and I'm a Christian, Allah will put your sin on me and He will punish me? How that can work? This is not just. This is satanic, actually. This is evil. Every Muslim who commits sin in the day of judgment, Allah, He will throw one Christian in the fire to save you. What is that? I thought there's judgment day, you told me. You said, Muhammad, you said to me, in the day of judgment, Muhammad will answer. You remember when I showed you Muhammad, he whipped and he beat Muslims unjustly? You said, okay, but Muhammad will answer in the day of judgment for that. No. According to Muhammad, none of the Muslim will answer for any sin. In the day of judgment, each one of you, he commits sin, Allah will punish the Christian, a Christian man instead of you.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely not what I learned.
Yeah, you see, what you learn is not I don't know what you learn, but I see. I give you a reference. I don't make things up. In the top of that, in order to be judged, shouldn't you have a free will? In Islam, there's no free will. If I ask you right now, if a baby die, where the baby will go? Will go to heaven or to hell? Baby, Muslim baby, you know, he is, let us say, 1 month old. He died. He will go to heaven?
Go to heaven.
No. According to your prophet, he might go to hell because Muslims believe in destiny. So before, when Allah, He created you, when you are a child, you are a baby, when you are even a semen, as the hadith I showed you actually already. So when Allah, He created you, He decided where you will go. Doesn't matter you commit sin or not. And this is not judge. Here we see in front of us a story of a very young child, baby. He died. Aisha, she said to Muhammad, the same as you said to me. She said he will be a bird of paradise. He said to her, no, don't be stupid. The Messenger of Allah, Aisha, she said, in the funeral, after a funeral of a child, a baby, oh Messenger of Allah, there is a happiness for this child, this baby. He is a bird from the birds of paradise, for it commit no sin, nor has reached the age of one can commit sin. Okay, that's what you said to me, and I agree with you. A baby did not commit sin. Why he will go to hell? I agree with you. He should go to heaven. This is just. Muhammad, he said no. Oh Aisha, peradventure, be careful. Don't say that. Don't be stupid. It may be otherwise, because Allah created for paradise those who are fit for it while they were in their father loins or their backbone, and He created for hell those who they are going to go to hell. He created them for hell while they are in their father backbone. So when you are in the process of making as a semen, Allah, He sent an angel, and Allah decide you will go to hell or to heaven. It's not up to you. This is why the baby child, he will go to hell. So you said to me, Allah is just, Allah will judge us on judgment day. It turned to be Allah will not judge the Muslims, he will judge the Christians, he will punish the Christians for your sin. You said to me that proper judgment is going to be happened by Allah in the day of judgment. It turned to be there's no judgment, there's no point, because the judgment happened already when he was creating you. What the point of the judgment of the day? If he decide already he will go to hell, he will go to heaven. In the moment when he created you, he decided that. So there's no point of there's no judgment day. It's a lie. We believe as a Christian of judgment day. You Muslim, when you say you believe in judgment day, this is a contradiction. Either he decide for you when you are a baby, when you are a semen, sorry, to go to hell or to heaven, or he decide later after you commit sin. It turned to be no, it doesn't matter. This is why we see when he speak about nutfa, he mentioned that the angel, he will write for you your destiny, and this destiny will decide if you will be happy, you will be bad, you will be good, you will be rich, you will be poor, all those things. In the top of that, the destiny which Allah he write for you is going to decide what you will do in the future. So let us say now you believe you are a Muslim, you pray to Allah. One day will come and you are almost going to go to heaven. Almost. You are in front of the door of the heaven. And then what Allah he wrote for you will take over and you will go to hell. Read carefully. Muhammad, he said, by the one who beside whom there is no true God, verily one of you would perform the action of dwellers of Jannah, which means heaven, and that there is only one cubit between him and Jannah. How many cubit? It's like 90 centimeter. When what is foreordained, which means destiny, would come to pass, and then he would perform the action of the inmate of hell, and he enter it. So it turned to be, you believe or not, as a joke. What judgment day? Allah he decide for you what you will do. You are almost in the front of the gate of heaven. Then what Allah wrote for you will take over. So this guy, he is praying, he is worshiping, he is doing jihad, he is a good Muslim, he lie as as a good Muslim. So now he is almost in the door of the heaven. Oops, what Allah wrote for him, it turned to be the opposite. So what he wrote for him will make him act differently. Then he go to hell. And then he said the opposite. He said, and one of you, this is the opposite direction, and one of you would perform the action of the inmate of hell, very bad person, until there's only one cubit between him and hell. He's almost there to go to hell. And then he would perform the act of doers of Jannah, and he would enter it. So what is this? Destiny. You don't have the day of judgment. This is a joke. So there's nothing, there's no free will. You do good, you do bad. It's not, you do good all your life, and then when you are in the front of the gate of heaven, oops, what Allah foreordained for you is going to happen, and then you enter hell. This is not a religion, this is a joke. Right? What do you think? Do you think really this is godly? Why a person, he act all his life praying to Allah, worshiping Allah, doing everything Allah asks for, and then destiny change his course and send him to hell? Where's justice? Muhammad again, he swear here by Allah, saying that one of you perform the action of people of paradise until there's an arm length between him and it, which means paradise, and then which Allah has written overtaking him, overtaking you. So you have no choice. Allah wrote for you, you will go to hell, you go to hell. Doesn't matter what you were doing all your life. So where is justice, my friend? And again, this is Bukhari and Muslim. This is Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. This is not a joke. Very authentic. and this is your Muslim website. Let me give you the link. This is extremely authentic. If I am you, I will leave Islam immediately. This is a joke. God is just. Why I will go to hell? Because Allah decide when I was a seaman, I will go to hell. Not because of what I have done. As you see, the person here is doing the act of people of heaven. He's almost, there is one arm, which means like maybe one day before he finished his life, before he died, what Allah he ordained for him will take over. This is not religion. This is a joke. If I am you, I will leave Islam immediately. Yeah. I don't know, you are laughing. For me, this should make you cry. You just found out right now. Am I lying to you? I'm giving you reference. Look, this is Bukhari.
I mean,
The
a
most
lot of the things you said, I mean, I do see that you pulled up real sources, but this is really not what I've been taught my whole life.
my friend, who care
A lot
about
of
what?
the things
Who care?
that you're saying,
I
a
don't,
lot of this
I don't know.
contradicts everything that I've really been
what.
taught. So,
What's your name? What's your name? What I should call you?
Don,
Doms?
Don.
Don. Okay, Don. Listen. Who care about what you've been taught? I'm giving you official sources. This is not she said, he said. This is your prophet. This is serious. So you can give yourself excuses saying, oh, this is not what I've been. Who care? We've been taught many things. It might be lies. You know, we see in TV all the kind of lies. But the truth is what count. This is why Jesus said the truth will set you free. And he said, I am the truth. So I'm showing you the truth. This is your prophet. This is the most authentic source of Islam, Al-Bukhari.
Like I said, I'm not a scholar, so I don't have the proper explanation. But like I said, this is not
My
not what
friend,
I've been
the
taught. So
scholars, they will say the same as I showed you because it's in front of you what the scholar was saying. You can search right now about the same hadith and you will see it say the same. There's not, you know, what's
I mean, if what you're saying is correct, I just don't understand why you wouldn't be on, like bigger. Why aren't you on like bigger sources than just YouTube on Saturday night at this time? Why aren't you on more credible sources actually discrediting
my
real Muslims,
friend,
talking to real Muslim scholars and discrediting
you
it
have
that
no
way?
do you know who I am? You have no idea you're talking to who. I am a person who people around the world listen to me. Millions and millions of Muslims, you know, the Muslims in Indonesia, they are going crazy because of me. What are you talking about? There's no sheikh in the world there to debate me. So when you say to me, why you are in YouTube, what's wrong with YouTube? Is YouTube like, YouTube allow me to speak to people around the world? What's wrong with YouTube? Zakirnaik use YouTube. I challenge him to debate me, he ran away. All of you Muslim scholars, you run away from me. So you keep saying to
I
me,
mean, I'm
why you
not
are in YouTube? Where do you want me to go? Where do you want me to go? TV, I was on TV. Books, I am a book author. I have many books. We can get them from Amazon. Muslim, they don't dare to debate me. Sheikhs, they run away from me. And if somebody, one of them, he debate me, I make him shish kebab. I'm speaking to you in a very friendly way because I understand you are not claiming to be a scholar, but the scholars of Islam are the most ignorant in Islam. I never met a scholar. He's a scholar. They are just a scam. So when
even everything that you showed me, you haven't convinced me to change my religion. I'm still going to continue.
okay, you can stay in your religion. This is your business. But my duty is to warn you. Islam is a stupid. I showed you stupid science. You know, your prophet. He do not know history. The Quran Arabic is horrible. He do not know how the baby is made. Justice is not exist. Give me a reason for you to stay a Muslim. Go ahead. Why? Just because you want to believe blindly? Give me one reason, strong
Yeah,
reason.
I'll really go the next time I go to church. I'll really go and ask them about this stuff. But I mean, I'm not really going to get back in contact with you to debate it. But I mean, ultimately, like I said, you haven't really convinced me to change my religion. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that can, whatever your religion is, that can make arguments against your religion being false as well.
Bring it. No, nobody can. No, you see, I'm here for both. If somebody want to come to me to make argument about my belief, I will make him shish kebab. Don't worry about it. You see, we are not joking here. Here we have the truth, and the truth will set you free. So, if you are, I don't understand you. Like you said, you decide to leave Islam now, or what?
Definitely not.
Definitely. Give me one reason to say definitely what not. Why you say that? After all the problems I showed you, you say definitely what? Why?
Well, the stuff that you showed me is not really what I've been taught. I mean, you should come in and maybe you should come to some of the local masjids where I live
Oh,
here
my
in
friend,
South Florida and talk to some of the imams.
I have a friendly offer for you. Can you bring me the best scholar you can reach to debate me? Can you do that? And then you sit and watch, and then see what will happen. You will see that the scholar who claimed to be the best, he will not do better than you. You want to bet? In the front of everybody, I invite my friend Dan here in a friendly way to bring the best scholar he can even imagine to get to debate a Christian prince. And then you will see, you sit and you watch and see what will happen. The disaster will happen. He cannot answer anything. Islam is not a religion. Islam is a joke. You know, what is your education then?
I have a bachelor's degree in biology and I work as like a
Wonderful.
holistic
You
doctor.
have a bachelor degree in biology. You should know right away that the baby is not made in such a way. So how God?
Well, I mean, I'm really gonna, like I said, I'm really gonna go and discuss this with like the imam at my masjid. But I mean,
Okay.
ultimately, you still haven't convinced me personally. You all you've really done is you've now convinced me that I need to go and actually research the stuff some more on my own. And I'm just gonna learn more about my own religion.
No problem. But you see, I'm giving you reference. I'm not making a statement. There's people they make statement. Like a person, he will come to you and say, Christianity is false, and then with his own logic. We are not using our logic. We are using your own words, your own God, supposedly called the scriptures, and we are not using our. We can use. We can even show you your Islamic interpretation. Your Islamic interpretation will beat the hell of everybody. Will show you how stupid Islam is. So convince me or convince me. This is your business. For me, I'm sharing the truth. And if you are seeking the truth, then you should come with a decision which is fit with the truth, not your own assumption. I'm not here coming to you giving you my philosophy. This is not philosophy. This is simple logic. You know, if it's true, Islam cannot be just. If Allah will place your sin on me, Allah cannot be just. And you agreed.
I mean, that I haven't learned that neither. I learned that you have to, even if you're a Muslim, you still have to pay for your sins.
See, but this is one of the lies Muslim they live inside. Islam is full of contradiction. It cannot be both. Either you pay for your sin or I'll pay for your sin. It cannot be both. Right? It cannot be both. So either Muhammad, like what Muhammad was like, is it drunk in the morning he says something, afternoon he says something else? In fact, yes. Like in the Quran, if I say to you I'm a prophet, and then in the morning I say to you, uh, drinking wine is a blessing from Allah. And then after 3 hours, I say to you, drinking wine is forbidden by Allah. Aren't you going to say to me you are mentally ill? It can
I mean, yeah,
it
I
can't be
would be
it can't be
confused.
both. Okay, you're a prophet. In the morning he give them verse, approve something. Afternoon he give them a verse says the opposite. The Arab they start making fun of Muhammad, saying, "Look at him. This man he enjoy his followers a command in the morning, and right away in the same day or the day after, he come with different command. And what is the excuse? Allah will give you something similar or better. Similar? Why Allah do not know what is best? In a few hours, Allah changed his mind.
I'm done talking.
Sorry?
Yeah, I'm gonna get off now, but
All right, no problem.
you
Don't.
still haven't really convinced me. I'm just gonna go learn more about my religion.
Yeah, you better go before the sun set, because the sun set in a murky water according to the Quran. You know, your God is good in biology too, and geography and everything. Like the only religion who believe the sun set in a murky water is Muhammad. And he, Zulqarnain, it's a creature have two horn. He found next to the sunset place people too. So if you are looking for more education, you better, before the sunset in a muddy water, you better leave, my friend, because the dark is going to be there soon, and the sun will take a shower and jump inside the water. Yeah, this is your Quran, chapter 18, verse number 86. And then the Muslim, they try to fix it. They says, oh, this is from his perspective. No, the one is talking is Allah. It says he keep going, until when he reached the sitting place of the sun. Do the sun have sitting place? Since when? And then he found it sitting in a spring of black, muddy, boiling water. That is amazing discovery nobody found until now. And then a guy, his name is Zulqarnain, he built a dam. He found next to the dam people. And then he built the dam between us and Gog and Magog. Gog and Magog alone is enough to make, it's making actually millions of Muslims leaving Islam every year. You can watch the video of Yasser Qadhi speaking why Muslims leave Islam because of this story. Because obviously it's a lie. All right. Thank you for joining us. We will not hold you for long.
All right. Thank you, CP.
You're
Maybe